yajna vayavasya maya grihita varaha tanor mahatmanaha kauravyamahyam dvishator vimardanam titrikshuragat trishibir vritaswarat दैत्यस्य यज्ञा वयवस्य माया गृहीतवराहातनोर्महात्मनः कौरव्यमह्यं द्विषतोर्विमर्दनं दिदृक्षुरागत्ऋषिभिर्वृतस्वराट्. Devotees, please, anyone want to recite?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
दैत्यस्य जज्ञा भयवश माया गृहीता वराह तनोर्महात्मना मनम् मना कौरवमयं दिदिशातुर्भिमर्दम् नम् दिदिक्षुरागाद ऋषिभिर्भृतो स्वराट्. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Dayasya yagna vayavasya maya grihitavara tanamahatmana kuravyamayam visato vimadanam didikshu agat rishivivita swarat.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Vetasya yajna vayavasya maya grihita varaha tanor mahatmanaha Kauravyamayam Disatur Vimardanam Didishur Agat Rishir Vrita Swara.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else want to recite?
दैत्यस्य यज्ञा वयवस्य माया गृहीतवाराहतनोर्महात्मना कौराभ्यमह्यं द्विषतो विमर्दनं दिद्रेक्षुरागादृशिभिर्वृतासुरात्.
Thank you. Okay. We'll go to synonyms. Daityasya, of the demon, Yajna Avayavasya, of the personality of Godhead, of whose body Yajna is a part, Maya, through his potency, Grihita was assumed, Varaha, of a boar, Tanoha, whose form, Maha Atmanaha, of the Supreme Lord, Kauravya, O Vidura, descendant of Kuru, Makhyam, for the sake of the world, Dvishato, of the two enemies, Vimardanam, the fight, Didrikshu, desirous to see, Agad came, Rishibhihi, by the sages, Vritaha, accompanied, Swarat, Brahma. Translation and purport given by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charan Aravinda, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: O descendant of Kuru, Brahma, the most independent demigod of the universe, accompanied by his followers, came to see the terrible fight for the sake of the world between the demon and the personality of Godhead, who appeared in the form of a boar. Purport: the fight between the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the demon is compared to the fight between the bulls for the sake of a cow. The earth planet is also called a cow or a go or cow, as bulls fight between themselves to ascertain who will have union with a cow. There is always a constant fight between the demons and the Supreme Lord or his representative for the supremacy over the earth. Here, the Lord is significantly described as Yajna Vayavaya. One should not consider the Lord to have the body of an ordinary boar. He can assume any form, and he possesses all such forms eternally. It is from him that all other forms have emanated. This boar form is not to be considered the form of an ordinary hog. His body is actually full of yajna or worshipful offerings. Yajna sacrifices are offered to Vishnu. Yajna means the body of Vishnu. His body is not material, therefore, he should not be taken to be the ordinary boar. Brahma is described in this verse as Swarat. Actually, full independence is exclusive to the Lord Himself, but as part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, every living entity has a minute quantity of independence. Each and every one of the living entities within this universe has this minute independence. But Brahma, being the chief of all living entities, has a greater potential of independence than any other. He is the representative of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and has been assigned to preside over universal affairs. All other demigods work for him. Therefore, he is described here as Swarat. He is always accompanied by great sages and transcendentalists, all of whom came to see the bull fight between the demon and the Lord. Text 21. आसन्नशौन्दिरम् अपते अपेतसाध्वसं कृतप्रतीकारमहार्य विक्रमं विलक्ष्य दैत्यं भगवान् सहस्रनीर्जगाधनारायणमादिशूकरम्. Synonyms: Asana, attain; Soundirim, power; Apetar, devoid of; Sadvasam, fear; Krita, making; Pratikaram, opposition; Aharya, unopposable; Vikramam, having power; Vilakshya, having seen; Daityam, the demon; Bhagavan, the worshipful Brahma; Sahasrani, the leader of the thousands of sages; Jagada, addressed; Narayanam, Lord Narayana; Adi, the original; Sukaram, having the form of a boar. Translation: After arriving at the place of combat, Brahma, the leader of thousands of sages and transcendentalists, saw the demon who had attained such unprecedented power that no one could fight with him. Brahma then addressed Narayana, who was assuming the form of a boar for the first time. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा माह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं. हरि ओं तत्सत्. Hare Krishna. Translation once again. O descendant of Kuru, Brahma, the most independent demigod of the universe, accompanied by his followers, came to see the terrible fight for the sake of the world between the demon and the personality of Godhead, who appeared in the form of a boar. So, today we are seeing about how the Lord appeared in the form of a boar, and he is going to fight with the demon Hiranyaksha. So, very beautifully in this whole chapter, Sukadeva Goswami very beautifully narrated the pastime of how graphically that how Hiranyaksha was trying to take the earth down, and then Varahadev bore in the form of boar incarnation. So Lord is trying to fight with him, and before fighting, actually he wants to safeguard Mother Earth in a proper place, and he was going and keeping the Mother Earth, and at the same time he was expressing his anger towards Hiranyaksha by showing his teeth and all those things. And then now they really going to start fighting. So now Brahmaji, so he is actually coming along with all the other sages and transcendental personalities. So they are coming to see this terrible fight, and why this fight is actually happening for the welfare of the whole society. So and this terrible fight is happening for the sake of the world. So between the demon and the supreme lord, who comes in the form of a boar. So in this purport, Prabhupada has started explaining that how the example he is giving, that how a cow, bull, they fight with each other to attain the cow. So earlier days, this is a tradition that they will make the two bulls to fight with each other to see who is very strong to get in union with the cow. So here, similarly, Mother Earth is also called as cow or go. Go is cow. So this, to attain this Mother Earth, or we can say even uh, the demon always look for Lakshmi. So basically he wants Lakshmi, but he don't want Narayan. So similarly here also Hiranyaksha, he wants Mother Earth, but he doesn't want the Supreme Lord Krishna. So he was trying to attain Mother Earth, and the Lord have to fight with him and protect the Mother Earth. So, that's how the bull fight with each other to attain the cow. So similarly, Lord is fighting to protect the Mother Earth. And also here, Prabhupada mentioned that Lord is significantly here described as Yajna Vayava. So Yajna Vayava means like we should not consider the Lord as an ordinary boar. So generally, a boar or a hog. So what is the characteristics or the qualities of a hog? So it lives in a filthy place and eats a filthy thing. So it is not actually pleasing form, right? So we can call it as like it's not so pleasing. But here, so Lord takes different forms according to what is required, right? So here now, so Mother Earth is in the down in the ocean, and definitely it will be in a filthy place. So that's why Lord took that particular form of a boar. Even though he took that form, still Lord is pure. That purity he never lost, and there is no difference that Lord is because Lord is absolute, and there is no difference between the boar form and the Lord, because in Vaikuntha there are different incarnations already exist. So it's not that okay, he is taking this form and then no more he doesn't have the form. So he is already exist in different Vaikuntha planets and different incarnations. So the Lord is already exist, and he is non-different from his body. So not like a conditioned soul that we are different from the body. So but Lord is absolute. So whatever the form he comes, so it is the and it's the same form, and that form is actually full of yajna. So that is worshipable offerings. So yajna means the body of Vishnu, and his body is not material. So that's why we should not take him as an ordinary boar. And another thing, that generally asuras means that they don't want to uh, follow Krishna consciousness, right? So that is what asura. And this kind of fight, it's not just happened earlier, even now also it is happening, that whoever doesn't want to follow Krishna consciousness and whoever is following Krishna consciousness, so there will be a constant uh, tug of war, we can say. Of course, like devotees are not going to fight with them, but the non-devotees are very envious of the devotees, and they always try to give troubles, right? So this is already going on. And also another point that what I heard is that asuras, so they basically trying to enjoy the life with the diseased condition, right? So asuras means, so they want to enjoy, so every jiva have this tendency to enjoy. So but the demigods, they are also enjoying, but under the obedience of Krishna. But the asuras, so adamant, this is asuras are compared to a adamant child, which they are looking for something which is not good for them. So similarly, these asuras are trying to enjoy the life in the diseased condition. So we cannot really enjoy the life with the diseased condition. Like example, a person who have a jaundice, so he cannot really taste or anything. So if we say that, okay, if he say that I wanted to enjoy like whatever is there, I want to eat, but still he cannot actually able to enjoy. So then what he have to do, he have to recover from the disease, then only he can able to really enjoy. So similarly, being an asura, even though he tries to enjoy his senses and in trying to lord it over the material nature, but still he cannot able to do so. So that's why we can see whoever is opposing the Lord or his devotees, so finally they will be destroyed. So because that is not our real life. So and we can see even, and at the same time the devotees are not disturbed by this kind of disturbances created by the demons. So that's why Prahlad Maharaj, we can see, even though, so this is a level of a pure Vaishnava. So level of a pure Vaishnava, one will not get disturbed whatever circumstances that comes in their life. So that is a quality of a pure Vaishnava. So here, of course, the demigods, so they are definitely disciplined obedient children of Krishna. So but still they are all keep on disturbed or getting disturbance from the this kind of demons all the time. But the good thing is the demigods, they always approach the Supreme Lord for any kind of troubles. And we can see in the mantra mountain pastimes, so how many times the demigods have to approach the Lord, and the Lord, how many times he have to come and help in different forms. So first he comes as yeah, he says, he gives the idea that okay, how you can get the nectar, you cannot alone do it, you have to take the help of the demons. And then they say, okay, demons they came, but we are not able to do the churning. And then Lord suggested, okay, take the mantra mountain and Vasuki snake, and they were not able to lift the mantra mountain also. And then again Lord has to come in a different incarnation, and then he took that he took the tortoise incarnation, and he took the mantra mountain. And then again what happened, so they were not able to churn, and then first poison came, and then again they approached, and then Lord asked Lord Shiva to come. And then after they get the nectar, so the demons were fighting, they were not giving to demigods. So then again they approached the Supreme Lord, then Lord have to come as a Mohini avatar, and then they have to get so through this way. So that is a one good thing we can see, that demigods, so they always approach Krishna for any kind of troubles. So that one thing that we Prabhupada many places he mentioned in the purport, that that is a quality of a good devotee. So we should never put our trust in any kind of demigods, so because they themselves are getting troubled and they themselves are approaching the Supreme Lord only, then why do we have to take shelter of that particular demigods? So instead we can surrender to that Supreme Lord who actually takes care of everyone, right? So this point, Prabhupada many places he stress to take shelter directly the Supreme Lord. So, and Bhagavatam also says, Akama sarva kamova moksha kama udarati tivrena bhakti yogena yajate purusham param. So, whatever we have desire, either we don't have desire at all, or we have lot of desire for material things, or we are desiring for liberation. Whatever condition it is, we should take shelter of Krishna. Krishna is Bhakta Vatsala. So that's why he comes again and again in a different incarnations. And but still, who is coming? Keshavadrita. That's why Jagadev Goswami, right? Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa, Keshavadrita Vamana Rupa, Keshavadrita Varaha Rupa. So in this way, that different incarnation Lord is taking, but whom from it is coming? It is Keshava. So one who is Keshava Krishna, so he is incarnating in different incarnations to protect his devotees. So that is the quality of a Bhakta Vatsal. And also another point here, Prabhupada says, so Swarat. So Swarat means like Brahma is described as Swarat. So actually, generally, Lord is addressed as Swarat, right? So, but here Brahmaji is accepted as Swarat. Why? Because Prabhupada is explaining that Lord is completely independent. So Lord can do anything. That's the meaning of Swarat, fully independence. But as a jiva, we also have independence, but a minute independence compared to the Lord's independence. So we are having very minute independence, and that is the minute independence that Krishna is giving the free will. So, with that minute independence, what are we doing? That is up to us. If someone is giving a very good milk, and if someone is giving a liquor, and it is our choice whether I have to pick the milk or I have to pick the liquor. So, this is our choice. So, that is a independence that Lord is providing. So, Lord will definitely, as a Paramatma, He gives an instruction that to take the good thing, but still sometimes that free will that Lord has given to us to choose what you want, you can choose on your own. So Lord will never interfere in that free will. So that is why also we also have that Swarat, that little independence. And of course, Brahmaji is the supreme living entity who is the first jiva who was created in this material world. And definitely under him, all the demigods are all taken care. So he have little more independence than the regular jiva. And that's why here Brahmaji is addressed as Swarat. And also in the next verse it is mentioned that after arriving, so Brahmaji is seeing that this demon possess unprecedented power, like so much power he attained. So, and how he attained it is also by Brahmaji only, right? So because he blessed whatever that he wants, so he blessed, so that's how he attained the power. But now Brahmaji is addressing, oh my God, Lord, it's he attained so much power, looks like he is not able to win by anyone, but my lord, you please take care. So in this way he comes along with all the other transcendentalists and sages, and he is offering prayers, he's starting his prayers to Varagadev, so the boar incarnation. So that is the prayer, it is going to start in from next verse onwards. So with this, we can stop here Bhagavatam, and let's go and meditate on Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Prabhupada. So, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is our Parameshti Guru of our dear Srila Prabhupada. So, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his appearance is already predicted in Padma Puran. So maybe before going to discuss about Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, so we can chant the pranam mantra of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. I will share my screen so you can all please recite. Okay. So you can recite together with me. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वती इति नामिने श्रीवर्षभानवी देवी दयितया कृपभये कृष्णसम्बन्धविज्ञानदायिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्ज्वलप्रेमाद्या श्रीरूपानुगभक्तिता श्रीगौरकरुणाशक्तिविग्रहाय नमोऽस्तु ते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनधारिणे रूपानुगविरुद्धापसिन्तान्तद्वन्द्वहारिणे श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय. So here, if we just meditate on the meaning of this prayer itself, so it talks about the qualities of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So who is very dear to Lord Krishna? So I offer my respectful obeisances to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken at his lotus feet. And Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj gave the spiritual name as Sri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitya Das. So this is his name, which was given by his Gurudev, Sri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitya. That means who is favored by Srimati Radharani and who is the ocean of transcendental mercy and deliverer of the signs of Krishna. And then I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, the personified energy of Sri Chaitanya's mercy, Sri Gaura Karuna Shakti. So Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigraha. So he is a personified form. Like how we can see Mahaprabhu's mercy just by seeing Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, we can see how Gauranga Mahaprabhu is so merciful and who is actually delivering the devotional service with conjugal love of Radha and Krishna. And exactly in the line of revelation of Srila Rupa Goswami. And then I offer my respectful obeisances unto you who are personified teachings of Lord Chaitanya. So not just he shared the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, but also the personified form. He, as an Acharya, he lived those teachings. And you are the deliverer of the fallen souls, and you do not tolerate any statement which is against the teaching of devotional service enunciated by Srila Rupa Goswami. So, Apasiddhanta Dvantaharini. He comes as a bold lion to destroy all the Apasiddhanta. So, because in earlier days, that lot of Apasiddhanta was prominent when Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was there. That was a time British was ruling also, and so much challenges you have to go through because lot of apasiddhanta. So people they showcase themselves as a devotee holding one place one side mala and then other hand fish. So and then some people imitate like a gopi and then they dance with the girls. So like this people are actually in earlier days like Gaudiya Vaishnava means it was very bad. Like they were not able to say themselves as a Gaudiya Vaishnava because so many people are misleading and so many Babajis in the name of Babaji they were doing nonsense. So that's why it was very tough. Like after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu disappeared from this world, it was very difficult. The Gaudiya Vaishnavas parampara it faced a lot of challenges. And of course like after that Narottam Das Thakur, Srinivas Acharya, so they came, and after them so Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So after them also there is a downfall. So after Narottam Das Thakur and Srinivas Acharya, so then again there is a downfall, and after that again who picked up is Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So, so let's start from Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur birth. So his birth actually predicted in Padma Puran that there is a pure, exalted, elevated Vaishnava will take birth in the Purushottam Kshetra. So it is clearly given. And also, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, because as we said, like it was a very downfall time, and only Bhakti Vinod Thakur is the only person who was struggling and fighting a war against all of this Apasiddhanta, and then he was establishing so many scriptures and all. But he was feeling, after me, who will take forward this? Who will carry forward this to the future generation? So he was fervently praying to the Supreme Lord, so my Lord, please give me a son who can actually become your mercy, and he can take forward this movement. So in this way, like he was sincerely praying, and that's a blessing of the Lord. So Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur born for Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and that's why he is also called Bimala Prasad. So because he is a prasad of Bimala Devi, because in Jagannath Puri, so it is always the Lord's prasadam. After it is offered, it will be taken to Bimala Devi, and then from that only everyone it will be distributed. So that is why, like because it is blessings from Jagannath to Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and that prasad was actually offered to Bimala Devi, and he it came as Bimala Prasad. So that's why Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur had the name of Bimala Prasad. And how we can understand he is a blessing, and because when he was 6 months old, so when Jagannath Rath Yatra was happening, so mother was trying to hold the baby Vimala Prasad, and he she offered in front of Jagannath. So she was just putting the child in front of Jagannath, and immediately Jagannath garlands falls down on Vimala Prasad. So then everyone understood and everyone glorified that this boy is not an ordinary children, so he is going to create a revolution. So this was predicted. And then also we can see when he was a child, like it's not ordinary, it's not easy that how he can develop such a determination in a young age like this pastime. Most of us know that when he was 6 years or 7 years old, so there was nice mangoes was coming from the market, and then he saw in the home that fresh mango, and immediately he took and started eating. And then Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, when he came, like he was telling, "Oh, Vimla Prasad, what are you doing? Why did you eat like without offering to Krishna? So this is for offering for Krishna." So then he felt so bad that he took a vow that I will never take mango in my lifetime. This is at the age of 5 and 6. It is very rare to think about someone is taking a vow. So that actually proves that how Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was so determination, and that determination also it is mentioned how he get through the worship of Kurma deity. Because when they were trying to construct a bhakti bhavan, so that time, like when they dig the land, and they found, like Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur found the Kurma deity, and then that Kurma deities, so he offered as a gift to Bimala Prasad that you start worshipping this deity. And at the age of 7, we can think about the deity worship. So Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur started in the age of 7, and that too Kurma deity. Specifically, it is mentioned like how we take shelter or protection for our protection. We worship Narsimha Dev, right? So similarly, if someone wants to determinedly follow the vows that we have taken, so for that it's a worship of Kurma deities also it is mentioned. So that's how Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur as an Acharya, he could take that vow in a very young age that I will never touch the mango in my lifetime, and he followed that until his death. So that is a determination we can learn from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And then as a growing child, like he was such a expert scholar, and in the young age only he memorized all 700 verses of Bhagavad Gita. And then not just memorization of words but understand the philosophy. And then his vocabulary, English vocabulary, like Srila Prabhupada disciples say that Prabhupada, like your Gurudev's English is so tough, like even with the dictionary we cannot able to find the word, like that much tough your Gurudev's dictionary, I mean his English. So that's why Prabhupada said that okay, he wrote it for me and I wrote it for you, you study my books, so that way you will be able to understand. So because Prabhupada is very kindly gave a very simple English so everyone can easily understand. But here the point is like Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is such a erudite scholar. So in the young age itself, and then he never attended the classrooms. He is always in the library, but he's expert in his studies as well. And then the famous incident, pastimes, it happened that in Metanapur, so when there was a debate is about to happen. So who is superior? Whether Brahmana is a superior or Vaishnava is a superior. So when that happened, so actually Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur is supposed to go for that debate, and he was supposed to speak. But at that time he was sick, so he sent Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur as a young boy. He went, and it was a 3 days program. And first day he spoke about the glories of a Brahmana. So how Brahmana is so glorious that he is very dear to Krishna and he controls his senses and he is such a great, and he was glorifying, and all the Brahmanas thought, oh, he is, I think, with us, he is on our side. And then second day he talks about how the current situation, the Brahminical culture degraded. So now there is no proper actual Brahmana is there. So everyone is just for the sake of Brahmana, so they are Brahmana, but they are not really qualified Brahmana. So how it got degraded. And in the third day finally he shared that Vaishnavas are topmost. So Vaishnavas are greater than the Brahmanas. So this is how he proved, and everyone was very happy because the approach that how he take that Brahmanas, actually if there is a real Brahmana means there is a good qualities. There is certain qualities that a Brahmana should possess. So those qualities are all there. That's how like Krishna likes the Brahmanas. And when someone says that we are a Vaishnava, so that means automatically they have the qualities of a Brahmana. Then only they are called as Vaishnavas. Otherwise, they are not called as Vaishnavas. So without Brahmanical qualities, one cannot become a Vaishnava. So in this way, he consolidated and finally concluded that Vaishnava is the topmost than the Brahmanas, and everyone was appreciated. How the way that he took, and they were applauded, and so much of appreciation. So he received. And then his initiation is another lesson of surrender. So how much he was surrendered to his guru. So he was such a scholar, but Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur advised our Vimala Prasad to take initiation from Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj. So when he approached Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj, so he said, what are you talking that you are such a scholar and I am an illiterate? Because Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj, like externally and materially, he was an illiterate. He doesn't know to read also. But of course, in the spiritual platform, he is in the high spiritualist. But externally, he was illiterate, and he was telling that you are such a scholar, and I am an illiterate. How come I can become a guru for you? So please don't come to me. You go and search someone else. So, but Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati was so, Thakur was so much determined that Gurudev, that I already accepted you as my guru. So please kindly accept me. Without you, I cannot get the mercy. So please shower your mercy. So Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj said, okay, see, mercy is not something that I can give. It has to come from Mahaprabhu. So only if Mahaprabhu give, then only I can accept you. So I have to ask him. So then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur accepted, okay, you can ask, I will come tomorrow. And then next day he goes again, and then again he asks. So that time, so Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur asked, like, okay, did you ask Mahaprabhu? So he was telling what to ask. So he was literally telling that I didn't know anything. What are you talking about? So, but again, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was reminding that you said you will ask Gaurang Mahaprabhu. So he said, no, I forgot. You come tomorrow. I will ask. So, and then next day again he went. And then next day also he said, okay, I asked. He said, no, you go. So, in this way, he was telling no, 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 no several times to not accept Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. But still he was so much determined, that and he was so much patience, and he was not losing the enthusiasm, and he was so much patience, and he was not showing his anger or something, right? That's what we can learn, because sometimes when we want initiation, so initially they everyone comes like very softly that okay, I want initiation and all. But if someone is not accepting, like either it can be a temple authority or a guru, if they are not accepting to give in the first time, so then they can wait maybe for 1 year, and then next year again they approach, and then next time don't get it, then immediately they get tensed. So they get angry. What is this? I am trying again and again. You people are not giving me so much like anger, and so much fighting will be going on. No, actually accepting a guru means surrender. So surrender means like we should be ready whatever guru says. So but at the same time, with humble attitude, we should approach and accept whatever guru says. So that is how we can learn the patience of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, how much patiently he was waiting, and he was going every day and he was begging. So we should beg. Initiation is not demanding. We should beg for that. So in this way, finally, then he said, Babaji Maharaj, like if you're not accepting me, then I don't have any use of my life. I don't see anything in my life. Like I'm going to die, leave my body in this Ganga and going to die. So then Babaji Maharaj accepted. Okay, okay, don't do that. Just go and take bath, and then I will instruct. So in this way, and then he gave mantra diksha. So and another thing that Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur established, because he see that in Kali Yuga people are very very difficult, because this first initiation and second initiation is not actually coming from the previous before Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, because earlier Diksha means Brahmana Diksha only, Mantra Diksha only, but our Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur sees the people's condition, and he very kindly said, okay, at least I will start with Brahman before Mantra Diksha. So we will start the Harinam Diksha. So he is the one who started the Harinam Diksha. So at least by that, people take the Harinam with the blessing of a Guru. So when people, because when we chant on our own, so that have the potency, but without Guru's mercy, that empowerment or the prem naam we will not get. So that is the reason we have to accept a guru. So acceptance of a guru is not an option. So it is must. If we want to go back to Krishna, we should accept a guru. So and that's why Lord himself was showing an example of coming and accepting when in the Krishna incarnation as Santipani Muni, he accepted as Santipani Muni as guru. And then in Chaitanya Leela also he accepted Ishwarapuri as guru. So in this way, and all our acharyas also have a guru. So without a guru, is we cannot approach Krishna. So that's why he thought, okay, at least I will give a Harinam Diksha, because people cannot come to the Brahmanical quality so soon because of the conditioning. So if we, at least with the mercy of a guru, if they can start the Harinam Japa, so then that purification will happen. Then they can take the Mantra Diksha, right? So that is how Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur established this Harinam Diksha. And another thing we can learn, that it's not about our scholarship in preaching, right? So we think sometimes, oh, I'm going to preach to the people and I am so expert, I am a Bhakti Shastri candidate, I am a Bhakti Vaibhav candidate, so I can preach to many people. And most of the time our attitude is that I am giving something to someone, right? So it is not we are giving, first of all, so we don't have anything. That only we have is the mercy and compassion that we receive from our guru vargas. So that is what we are actually passing. That's all. We are just an instrument in passing that mercy and compassion. We don't have compassion. So sometimes we think that, oh, I am so merciful to everyone, I am so compassionate to everyone, I am giving this, I am preaching to everyone. So no, that is not the right attitude. Like, we are actually just an humble instrument in sharing the compassion and mercy of our acharyas. So that we should always remember. And another thing, how we can receive that mercy, because to pass on a mercy we should receive the mercy, then only we can pass on the mercy. So how we can receive the mercy? So for that, so it is not just scholarship is important, but the humble attitude and the harinam. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, by his personal example, he taught before he start preaching. So he took holy name shelter. So completely for 9 or 10 years, he was alone chanting the Harinam. Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So sometimes we think that, oh, this chanting is, yeah, we will do, but I have to study Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, that is more important, and we put full focus. Of course, we have to study, we have to take advantage of all those courses. That's why Prabhupada systematically introduced this courses to make us aware and understand, not just sentimentally but also philosophically we should understand. But the more important point is, if we are not taking shelter of the holy name sincerely, even though we are a erudic scholar, we cannot become the instrument. We cannot share the mercy of our acharyas. So that's what we can learn from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Before he started preaching, for 9 to 10 years, he was chanting every day 192 rounds. 192 rounds every day he was chanting. And sometimes, and also he was doing so much austerity that he will not even eat with the hand. So he put it in the floor, and he hold his hand and he will eat with his mouth directly. Whatever he can eat with his mouth directly, that's all he had. And also sometimes, like, his kutir have some hole, and rain will come. Even at that time also, he was holding, he was not repairing on all those things, he was holding the umbrella and he was continually chanting. So what it says, that if we want to become an instrument of Srila Prabhupada and our acharyas, we should have a strong sadhana of strong shelter of holy name. Without taking shelter of holy name, Harinam Prabhu, we cannot do anything. So that's what here Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur teaches us, that how it is important to do our sincere sadhana. And sadhana means morning sadhana. So there is not okay. Sadhana means okay, I chant my rounds, but whenever I can able to do it. So that is okay, instead of not doing any time. But the best is morning sadhana in the Brahma Muhurta time. So when we sincerely take shelter of the holy name at that particular time, because the time wise the mode of goodness is prominent, and especially in the 3:30 to 4:30, that is the Shuddha Sattva time. So that is a mode of pure goodness. So if not possible pure goodness, at least in the mode of goodness time, so we should try to chant and finish our rounds. So in that way we can able to completely protect ourselves from Maya, and then we can able to share this mercy of our Guru Vargas. So not just scholarship alone will help. So Harinam is very, very important. So that lessons we can learn, that how Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur he took the shelter of the holy names. And later on after that he started the Gaudiya Mutt, and he established Gaudiya Mutt in all the places. And also a different revolution Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur brought. So what, because before Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, mostly in Gaudiya Vaishnava, so everyone will be like a Babaji, because all our Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, if we see, everyone was a Babaji only. But because at that particular time, like British ruling, so philosophy got diluted, and there was pseudo sahajyas, and lot of Bhagavatam professional speakers. So they just speak for a money. So in this way it is very hard to find a pure Vaishnava. And at that time Mayavadis was more prominent, and Mayavadis took sannyas, right? So that's why people respect Mayavadis, because they are a sannyasi. But they don't respect any Babajis, because at that time like Babajis also was diluted, like people were not doing properly, and they call it themselves as Babaji. So that is the reason Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur also started taking sannyas. So until that, our acharyas, like mostly no one was in a sannyasi. So but he took a sannyas. He took sannyas, and then he gave sannyas also to many people, and then he brought a strong group of people to spread this mercy. And uh, and more than that, the best gift that we receive from Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is our dear Srila Prabhupada. So because he could able to find that he can able to go and preach in the Western world. So why don't you preach in the first visit only? So Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur empowered, and he gave the instruction that go and distribute this mercy in the English speaking country, and distribute books. So whenever you get money, print more books. So in this way he gave the instruction to Srila Prabhupada, and he gave us Srila Prabhupada. So, and also he established the Pada Pitas of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wherever he went. So he was establishing the Pada Pita, and now this is continuing by His Holiness Jayapataaka Swami Guru Maharaj. Like he is also taken that, and he is continuing of establishing the Pada Pita in a different places. So and also this is a very important at the end. We can end with this. So very important lesson we can learn, that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur never likes if someone criticize. So some people was some person in the Gaudiya Mutt, he was a cook, and he was always criticizing everyone. And then one time he died, and then they were happily telling Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur that he died, was always criticizing. But immediately he told that, but did you notice that he wore very good dhoti, very nice dhoti? So actually, he was trying to tell that don't see bad thing, see good thing in everyone. So in that way, because see, first of all, before telling anyone else about their fault, so first we have to look into us, how much fault we have, right? So then we have to, we don't have to think about others. Like, let's try to work on us first, and then we can try to go back. Otherwise, so if we think, oh, this person is not good, that person is not good, like, first of all, to see that, we should have that anartha, because Nitai Sevani Mataji says that because if you are wearing a yellow glass and see everyone, everyone looks yellow. If we wear a red glass and see everyone, it looks red, everyone will looks red. So that means if we are seeing someone fault in someone, that means we have that fault. That's why we are seeing that fault in others. So let's try to work on ourselves, and then try to share this mercy to others. So that is another instruction that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur very, very boldly he will be speaking. And there are lot of pastimes, but it's already time. So let's pray sincerely that how Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was taken his the instruction from his guru, and Srila Prabhupada took as a life and soul whatever the instruction that he received from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So may we all take shelter sincerely to all our Guru Vargas, so that ultimately we can able to become a humble instrument in their lotus feet service. So with this, we can stop here. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to glorify for the purification of myself. And I beg to everyone, so whatever I said and whatever sharing, so don't just speaking, but I wanted to personally follow. So please bless so that I can sincerely follow. Thank you very much. Shila Prabhupada ki jai, Shila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrindi ki jai, Nithai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much. If any questions or any comments you want to share.
Thank you very much, Mataji. You spoke real nicely, and you showed many things about Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. That's very nice to learn about. And today is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Appearance Day, so that's thank you very much for all of that. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your blessings by showing your darshan. So it is our blessings for us. Thank you very much. Okay. If no other question will come in, so then we can stop here. Vancha kalpatarupesha kripa
Sindhu
sindhu
Vacha Patita
Yo
Nam
Bhavyo Vaishnava
Vaishnava
Yo
Namo
Nam
Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrindi
Vrinda Ki
Srila
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you.